You know, the thing about this is I'm still not happy with the way it's mic'd, but it's just an experiment. It's an experiment.
So I've always had problems setting the piano into Pro Tools, then from Pro Tools out into the pedals, then back into Pro Tools. However, I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before, but all I do is I go into, so the piano goes in to the Apollo, and then in the Apollo console, I send that to the out, which goes to the pedals, and pedals come back in, and that goes to Pro Tools. So I sort of leave Pro Tools out of it. And I feel really stupid that I didn't do that before. Anyway, I know that I haven't mic'd this properly. I know this wasn't mic'd. I know this should be closer, like there. However, this whole setup isn't ideal at the moment for recording, and it was something. I'm just experimenting. I think that what I need is some big condenser mics on, to get a really nice fat stereo image of the piano. I gotta get out to London, do some teaching at Guildhall, and I need to get a train. Okay, see you.
Will shortly be arriving at London Blackfriars. Change here for Circle and District lines. Exit here for Riverboat service.
Hey, welcome to my little cabin here at Guildhall. Early morning start today, and sorry about the light. This is not how I would light one of my shoots, but this is nice anyway because it's soundproof. Just wanted to say thanks very much for taking part in the poll on one of my recent YouTube community posts. I'd asked what your thoughts were on where I should take the next videos I make on this channel. It seems that the majority of you would like me to talk more about the philosophy of music and music creation, things like that. And that's great, because I love to do that. I love doing that, and I love talking about that sort of thing. I'll also keep going on with the synth videos and stuff like that, and more behind the scenes sort of stuff. If you haven't taken part in that poll yet, please do. I'll put a link. I have to say, it also ties in with what I do here at the Guildhall. I'm a professor of film music, and often I'm talking to students about the more philosophical nature of film music composition and an approach to scoring a narrative and the psychology of music and how it's applied to film and screenplays and the more technical side of things, although we cover that too, is great, but often we just get into the nitty and gritty of why rather than how. And so maybe that's going to carry on into my channel, this channel. So thank you for confirming that for me. But as I say, if you haven't taken part in the poll yet, please do. It really helps me and help me help you. Video with the Lyra and the Yamaha Reface CS. So I just thought I'd show you how I mix it. Obviously I try and keep it as close to the performance as possible, but sometimes, well, not in this case actually, but sometimes there's distortion, which can sound very sort of harsh when it's on a YouTube video, so I sometimes have to use Isotope RX to even that out. But nothing like that in this one. It's just basically a bit of compression. So I've got the two audio tracks. One's the Lyra, one is the CS, the Yamaha Reface, which is this one here. Yeah, this is the Lyra audio, and I used something I've actually not done before is use Soothe on these. Soothe in theory should be perfect for something like the Lyra, which does need a bit of soothing now and then. But yeah, obviously that's too much soothing, really too much. Oh, I can see that it's stuck on, okay, it's stuck on Delta. Interesting. Okay, there's a silly mistake, but an interesting one. Obviously, when you're using Soothe, you use the Delta so that when you play, what you're hearing is what's being, you know, soothed, so to speak. But obviously, if you leave Delta on, it's a bit of an issue. Yeah, so now my mix is pretty wild. I'll just get rid of it. Okay, so you're not going to hear that through the camera audio. But that's crazy. All right, so sort of back to the drawing board with this one. The other plugin that I'm using for this is the Guildhall Master EQ. It's the sort of AI-driven EQ. So it's just, I've just got it about 9% taming some of the stuff that's happening here if I put it extreme. It helps a lot. Maybe gives a bit of brighten as well. All right, and then run out of power. Okay, the God particle, which is doing a little bit. Some Studer, which is not doing that much, and a bit of mastering from the Brainworks mastering plugin. Now. I think overall the level is a bit low now. And then I have the bus compressor from SSL, which is here, and that's just doing a tiny amount. I'd say that probably the lyra is just a bit. It's a bit fiddly, middly and fiddly. There's so much going on in the low frequencies. I try and keep that without overpowering everything else. Sort of a bit of resonance there. Okay, so just controlling that low frequency. You know, the other thing I do sometimes is just add a bit of reverb, a tiny bit of reverb. Just set to 3% mix of a very nice hall. You know, if I was to release as a track, then there'd be more maybe, but I just use it just to gel everything together. And it also helps hide a few more sort of glitches that I might not want there. But overall, what you hear is what I played, and so what I do is I bounce this down and then import that into DaVinci, where I sync it up with the video, and there are 2 cameras for that, so I've got 2 different shots. Anyway, you'll see that soon. I'll put a link below. Just wanted to say one more thing before I end this video. Some of you have taken part in the poll that I posted here on YouTube, and as I mentioned before, that's been really helpful in terms of planning my next few videos. I also thought what could be good is I could do a Q&A sort of thing, you know, ask me anything, and reply to some of the answers here in another video like this. So if you have any questions for me that you want me to answer, leave a comment on this video or on Instagram. Although that's a bit weird. Let's leave Instagram. Instagram's gone strange now anyway. I'm kind of off Instagram. I'm still on Instagram, but I'm kind of not feeling it anymore. However, YouTube still works for me. And so if you would like me to answer any of your questions, then just leave a comment. All right, so I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like it and subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate that. I will be back again soon, and I'll leave a link below to the video you just saw me mixing. Okay, thanks. Bye.